Lesson number 8 for Wednesday, May 17th. Creation, the Sabbath, and the end time. The great controversy which began in heaven millennia ago was over the question of God's authority. The challenge remains the same today as well. Revelation 14:7, 9, and 12 says, saying with a loud voice, Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of water. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. And verse 12, Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And these passages make it clear that the central issue in the conflict in the last days between good and evil, Christ and Satan, is about worship. And do we worship the Creator or the beast? And because creation forms the ground for all our beliefs, after all, what do we believe that makes any sense apart from God as our Creator? The seventh-day Sabbath, embedded in the Genesis creation account itself, Genesis 2:1-3, stands as the eternal and immutable sign of that creation. It's the most basic symbol of the most basic teaching. The only thing more fundamental to it is God himself. Hence, to usurp the seventh-day Sabbath is to usurp the Lord's authority at the most prime level possible, that of his identity as Creator. It is to get behind everything and uproot it at the core. It is indeed to seek to take the place of God himself. 2 Thessalonians 2:4. Of course, the real issue in the last days is our love and loyalty to Jesus. But according to the Bible, this love is expressed in obedience to the commandments. See 1 John 5:3 and Revelation 14:12. And the Sabbath alone among the commandments is behind everything, because it alone points to God as Creator. Exodus 20:8-11. No wonder it will be the outward symbol of the final divide between those who worship the Lord and those who worship the beast. Revelation 14:11-12. Considering how basic and fundamental the Sabbath is to everything else, it's hard to see how the final issue of worshiping the Creator could be about anything else. Many people argue that it makes no difference what day one keeps as the Sabbath, as long as we keep one. How do we answer that argument with the Bible? From the book Patriarchs and Prophets, page 336, it says, God's claim to reverence and worship above the gods of the heathen is based upon the fact that he is the Creator, and that to him all other beings owe their existence. Thus, it is presented in the Bible, says the prophet Jeremiah in Jeremiah 10:10-12. The Lord is the true God. He is the living God and everlasting King. The gods that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. He hath made the earth by his power. He hath established the worlds by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heavens by his discretion. The Sabbath, as a memorial of God's creative power, points to him as the maker of the heavens and the earth. Hence, it is a constant witness to his existence and a reminder of his greatness, his wisdom, and his love. From Sons and Daughters of God, page 59, it says, The Sabbath is the only commandment in the whole Decalogue that tells who God is. It places God in distinction with every other God. It says that God made the heavens and the earth. He's the God that made the trees and the flowers and that created man. And this is the God that you are to keep before your children. And you have only to point to the flowers and tell them that he made these, and that he rested on the seventh day from all his labors. The seventh day is a God-given memorial. Pointing to God as the maker of the heavens and the earth, it distinguishes the true God from all false gods. All who keep the seventh day signify by this act that they are worshippers of Jehovah. Thus, the Sabbath is the sign of man's allegiance to God. And from Patriarchs and Prophets, page 111, it says, like the Sabbath, the week originated at creation, and it has been preserved and brought down to us through Bible history. God himself measured off the first week as a sample for successive weeks to the close of time. Like every other, it consisted of even 7 literal days. 6 days were employed in the work of creation. Upon the 7th, God rested, and he then blessed this day and set it apart as a day of rest for man. After giving the command, he states the reason for thus observing the week by pointing back to his own example. Exodus 28:11 says, "For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested on the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it." This reason appears beautiful and forcible when we understand the days of creation to be literal. The first 6 days of each week are given to man for labor, because God employed the same period of the first week in the work of creation. On the 7th day, man is to refrain from labor in commemoration of the Creator's rest. May you look forward to a blessed Sabbath day this week. Have a good day.